Hello friends, in this lecture we will discuss the topic data handling. This is the third chapter of NCERT book of mathematics for class 7. Before to start the concept of data handling, look at these statements. 21st June was the hottest day of Delhi in this year. Ramesh is the most regular student of class 7 in your school. Maharashtra is the most affected Indian state from COVID-19, and in tomorrow's cricket match, toss is very important for winning the match. Now, see these all statements. These statements come on the basis of data which we receive from any government agency or from any school or from any cricket data handling agency. It means data is very important to predict some result or to extract some result. First point is collection of data. Look at one example. Suppose आपके प्रिंसिपल ने आपके क्लास टीचर से कहा कि I want to know the performance of students of your class, and your class teacher don't have any record of performance, and उन्होंने प्रिंसिपल के सामने आपका अटेंडेंस रजिस्टर पुट कर दिया. It means attendance register also have the data of your presence, but it is not show the performance of the students of the class. It means before to start the collection of data, your objective should be clear. So हमें सबसे पहले प्रॉब्लम क्लियर होना चाहिए before to start the collection of data. So before to start the collection of data, your objective means goal should be clear before to start the collection of data. Now, recording. Once you collect the data, then what is your second step? Second step is the proper recording of that data. अगर आपने जो डेटा कलेक्ट किए हैं, अगर आपने डेटा को प्रॉपर रिकॉर्ड नहीं मेंटेन किया हुआ है, it means that data has no value. So first step is collection of data. Means first step, your objective of the problem should be clear, your problem should be very clear. Then according to the problem, collect the sufficient amount of data and then record these data in a proper manner, in a proper format, in a proper sense. Then most important point during the data handling is the presentation or organization of the data. After the successfully collection of data and recording of these data, the third point, which is the most important point during the data handling, is presentation of the data. So presentation is also known as the organization of the data. Look at one example by which you can clear your concept of how to present the data or how to organize the data. Suppose आपके स्कूल में there are 3 sections A, B and C. In each section there are 5 students and the principal of your school asks the class teachers of these sections to present the performance of your students. Suppose the school take an examination of 50 marks and the marks of students of class A is 35, 24, 48, 32 and 40. the marks of second section is 29, 35, 38, 42 and 40, and the marks of 5 students of section C are 32, 39, 28, 46 and 43. The class teacher of this section present the performance record of his students as it is. उन्होंने क्लास टीचर ऑफ सेक्शन ए ने इसी फॉर्म में प्रिंसिपल के सामने अपने डेटा को प्रेजेंट कर दिया। क्लास टीचर ऑफ बी ने यहाँ पर अपने स्टूडेंट्स के नेम के साथ में अपने डेटा को प्रेजेंट कर दिया, और सी सेक्शन के टीचर ने एक सर्टेन ऑर्डर में अपने स्टूडेंट्स के मार्क्स को प्रिंसिपल के सामने प्रेजेंट किया। प्रिंसिपल के लिए विच इज़ द ईजीएस्ट टू ऑब्जर्व द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द स्टूडेंट? द थर्ड वन इज़ द ईजीएस्ट डेटा टू हैंडल द परफॉर्मेंस ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स, एंड these data has no meaning in terms of extract some result from the data. All have 5 datas. Class teacher of A section also has 5 data. Class section of B also has 5 data. Class section of C also has 5 data. But the way how to present or how to organize the data is different for all the 3 teachers. The best method to present the data is by the class teacher C. Second one, which is okay or satisfactory but needs improvement, is the data which is presented by the class teacher of section B, and this is the worst way of present the data by the class teacher of A. So the organization or presentation of data is the most important thing during the data handling, and we always present the data in the tabular form. Most of the data, even 99% of the data which we generate is presented in a tabular form. So we must know how to present the data in the tabular form. Most of the data are presented in the table form. Table form is also known as the tabular form. In a table form, we have some columns and some rows. Suppose we start our driving from Agra to Delhi. First 50 kilometer we travel with the speed of 30 km per hour. Second 50 kilometer we travel with the speed of 80 km per hour. Third 50 km we travel with the speed of 70 km per hour, and last 50 km we travel with the speed of 50 km per hour. These are the data. So if we want to describe these data in tabular form, then we construct a table in which there are 2 columns and 5 rows. In the first row of first column we put the distance, and in the second column first row we put the speed. Then 0 to 50 km with the speed of 30, 51 to 100 km with the speed of 80, 101 to 150 km with the speed of 70, and 151 to 200 km with the speed of 50. So this is the actual representation of these data in tabular form. But यदि हमारे पास नंबर ऑफ डेटा बहुत सारे हों, सपोज देयर इज अ वर्ल्ड कप ऑफ हॉकी एंड देयर आर 50 मैचेस एंड द डिफरेंस ऑफ गोल्स ड्यूरिंग ईच मैच इज like this, so there are a large number of data. Then जब हम टेबुलर फॉर्म में या टेबल फॉर्म में इन डाटा को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे होंगे तो हमसे कोई मिस्टेक ना हो जाए, इसलिए हम एक कॉन्सेप्ट का यूज करते हैं. दैट कॉन्सेप्ट इज नोन एज टैली बार कॉन्सेप्ट. इस कॉन्सेप्ट में हम क्या करते हैं कि हम अपने टेबल में एक कॉलम और कंस्ट्रक्ट करते हैं टैली बार नंबर्स के लिए. Suppose this is the problem, which is we want to describe these data in the tabular form, and our objective is the difference of goal in each match. So the difference of one goal, how many data have number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. टैली बार नंबर में हम क्या करते हैं कि हम 5 के सेट्स में अपने डेटा को प्रेजेंट करते हैं. जैसे 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 टाइम्स 1 को हम प्रेजेंट करेंगे 4 स्टैंडिंग लाइन एंड 1 स्लैंटिंग लाइन. देन these 5 are completed. Next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It means the difference of goal of 1 is occurred in 10 matches. Now second data is 2 goal difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It means there are 8 matches in which the difference of goal is 2. Now the difference is 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So only 4 matches are there in which difference, oh sorry, we missed one number 3, so it is 5. So there are 5 matches in which the difference of goal is 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are only 4 matches in which the difference of goal is 4, and 5 there is only one match in which the difference of goal is 1. So with the help of tally bar, you can calculate the number of data and you can check all the data are considered in the table or not, because the sum of all these bars must be equal to the number of data present in the collection of data. Next topic is representative values. देखिए डेटा हैंडलिंग का ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है. डेटा हैंडलिंग का ऑब्जेक्टिव है कि डेटा के कलेक्शन रिप्रेजेंटेशन के बाद वी फाइंड आउट सम रिजल्ट्स और वी प्रिडिक्ट समथिंग. सो representative values are those values which provide some information about the data. Means with the help of these values we can extract some result from the data. Due to this reason, these representative values are also known as central values. So we can say representative values or central values, and the concept which we use to find out the representative values of any data are range, arithmetic mean, mode, and median. So first of all, we will discuss the concept of range. Before to start the concept of range, we want to describe one thing in front all of you. Data is a plural form. Data is the collection or set of many observations. If in a data there are 10 observations, so the individual term of data is known as observation. So if in a data there are 5 observations, say 5, 10, 15, 20 and 25, then the range of this data is 25 minus 5, which is 20. It means, what is the range? Range is the difference between highest observation and lowest observation. Take another example. We take this example in the previous discussion. 0 to 50 kilometer we run with the speed of 30 kilometer per hour. 51 to 100 kilometer we run with the speed of 70 kilometer per hour. From 101 to 150 kilometer we run with the speed of 80 kilometer per hour, and 151 to 200 we run with the speed of 50 kilometer per hour. So the highest observation value is 80 kilometer per hour and the lowest observation value is 30 kilometer per hour. So the range of this data is 80 kilometer per hour minus 30 kilometer per hour. It means range of these data is 50 kilometer per hour. Next concept is arithmetic mean. This is the most frequently used representative value. Arithmetic mean is also known as average of the data. It is defined as, arithmetic mean is defined as sum of all observations upon number of observations present in a data. For example, in the previous example, 0 to 50 kilometer we drive with the speed of 30, 51 to 100 we drive with the speed of 70, from 101 to 150 we drive with the speed of 80, and last 50 kilometer we drive with the speed of 50. So the observations are 30 km per hour, 70, 80 and 50 km per hour. What is the sum of these four data? 30 plus 70, 100, 180 and 230. So sum of all observations is 230 and number of observations are 1, 2, 3 and 4. So means it is equal to 115 by 2 or it is equal to 57.5 5 kilometer per hour. So 57.5 kilometer per hour is the arithmetic mean of these data, or average speed during this traveling incident is 57.5 kilometer per hour. The next concept is mode. Before to study the concept of mode, we will discuss one example of a Maruti showroom. We will discuss the sale of month June in a Maruti showroom. Suppose in the month of June, the showroom sold 50 Alto, 80 Baleno, 60 Brezza and 30 S-Cross. So what is the arithmetic mean of this data? 80 plus 50, 130, 130 plus 60, 190, and 190 plus 30, 220. So 220 is the sum of all the observations upon number of observations are 4. So the arithmetic mean of this data is 55. What is the result? कि 55 vehicles is the per brand is the average of sale of this showroom. Suppose यदि उस शोरूम का जनरल मैनेजर इस अर्थमेटिक मीन को कंसीडर करते हुए सारे ब्रांड की व्हीकल्स की बुकिंग दे देता है, देन आल्टो की सेल केवल 50 है, और यदि वो 55 व्हीकल्स को अपने शोरूम में ले आता है तो 5 व्हीकल्स उसके जो है रखे रह जाएंगे, वो उस मंथ में बिकेंगे नहीं. बलेनो द सेल इज 80 एंड द व्हीकल अवेलेबल इज 55. इट मीन्स शोरूम का लॉस होगा बिकॉज परचेजर ज़्यादा आएंगे बलेनो परचेज करने के लिए, बट द शोरूम डोंट हैव द बलेनो मॉडल. सिमिलरली फॉर ब्रेजा एंड सिमिलरली फॉर S-Cross. तो वी do not or can't use arithmetic mean concept for these data. In this purpose or in this regard, we use another concept which is known as mode. Mode is the most frequently occurred observation in the all observations present in a data. Suppose we have 10 data 1, 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1. Suppose this is the set of observations of a data. In this data, 1 is the most frequent occurred observation, so the mode of this data is 1. So what is mode? Mode is the most frequent observation occurred in the data. In such type of problems where arithmetic mean has no physical significance, has no value, where we use the concept of mode. The next and last concept regarding the representative values is median. To understand the concept of median, take one example. Suppose there are 9 students in a class and the attendance of all students during month July is as follows. 20, 15, 14, 12, 10, 9, 13, 11 and 8. Arrange these data in an ascending order or in descending order. Suppose we arrange the data in ascending order. Then the minimum value is 8, then 9, then 10, then 11, then 12, then 13, then 14, then 15 and last is 20. 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 20. ये जो स्टूडेंट है which has the attendance 12, there are 4 स्टूडेंट जिनकी अटेंडेंस इस स्टूडेंट से कम है एंड देयर आर 4 स्टूडेंट्स जिनकी अटेंडेंस इस स्टूडेंट से ज़्यादा है. इट मीन्स दिस 12 is the middle value of these all data. In this example, this 12 is the median of this attendance data. Means what is median? Median is the value of the observation which is present in the middle of the data. जितने भी डेटा हमें प्रेजेंट हैं उसमें जो वैल्यू, जिस ऑब्जर्वेशन की वैल्यू मिडिल वन में होगी, दैट वैल्यू इज नोन एज मीडियन ऑफ दैट डेटा. मीन्स फॉर दिस डेटा 12 इज द मीडियन ऑफ दिस डेटा. अब बात आती है कि जब हमारे पास डेटा ऑड नंबर्स में होंगे तब तो इट्स ओके कि देयर इज अ वन मीडियन और उसके लेफ्ट और राइट दोनों साइड में इक्वल अमाउंट ऑफ डेटा प्रेजेंट होंगे. बट if the number of observations present in a data is in even number, suppose one more student present in this class and whose attendance is 21. Now 4 observation are in the left side of 12 and 5 observations are in the right side of 12. Then how can we define the median of this data? In that case, consider 2 consecutive middle data. Means if we consider 12 and 13, then this 12 and 13, there are 4 numbers in the right side of this 12 and 13 and there are 4 numbers or 4 observations in the left side of the 12 and 13. Take the arithmetic mean of average of this middle 2 numbers. So 12 plus 13 by 2, so it is 12 by 0.5. Now for this 10 observations, the 12.5 is the median of this attendance data. So यदि इवन नंबर में हमारे पास ऑब्जर्वेशंस प्रेजेंट हैं, सो मिडिल के 2 ऑब्जर्वेशंस को आप कंसीडर करें और उनका एवरेज लें, दैट इज़ द मीडियन ऑफ दैट प्रॉब्लम. और यदि डेटा ऑड नंबर में है, देन एक ऑब्जर्वेशन, मिडिल वन ऑब्जर्वेशन जिसके कि जस्ट इक्वल लेफ्ट साइड ऑब्जर्वेशंस हो और जस्ट इक्वल राइट साइड ऑब्जर्वेशंस हो, वो ऑब्जर्वेशन कहलाएगा मीडियन ऑफ दैट डेटा. इफ वी फार्मुलाइज दिस कॉन्सेप्ट, देन सपोज देयर आर n observations in a data and the number of observations are in odd one, means the total number of observations in a data is in odd number. Then the observation which is in the place of n plus 1 by 2 is the median of that data. In this example, there are n observations in a data, means odd one. So 9 plus 1/2 observation is the median of this data. So 9 plus 1/2 means fifth observation. So fifth observation is 1, 2, 3, 4 and fifth. So 12 is the median of this data. If n is even, then median is arithmetic mean of n/2 observation and n/2 plus 1 observation. For example, here n is 10, so 10/2 means fifth, means number 12, and n/2 plus 1 means 5 plus 1 means sixth, means 13. So the arithmetic mean of 12 and 13 is the median of this problem. So 12 plus 13 divided by 2 means 12.5 is the median of this data. This is the end of lecture 1 of data handling. If you like this video, then please like and share this video and also subscribe my channel AP Classes. Thank you.